Hey everyone, this is my zine project. So for my project, I wanted to kind of make fun of the spectacle and specifically the culture of magazines. So one that I really particularly wanted to hit on was Vogue, obviously. For me, I felt like it was a really good idea because Vogue is kind of representing everything that the spectacle wants to keep you in, and showing these really insane pictures of women and talking about very stupid topics that just kind of keep you in that spectacle. So for mine, I wanted to use a little bit of collage going on. So I wanted to use this really beautiful woman on this one Vogue cover from, I think, around the 70s or 80s, and kind of make her something else and make her look not very real. And so you're gonna see, because this is kind of my idea of a cover page, it says things like "find it by the lunch meets," "the floor of the year," "from hydrogen peroxide to fashion," and then "beauty tip, switch your light bulbs." So kind of just these stupid things that don't really make a lot of sense, but kind of make fun at Vogue for having all these crazy ideas and titles. And now for my second page, I did a little directory page because usually in magazines they'll have one of these after the cover page. And for mine, I just wanted to keep it pretty plain and simple and just say cheesy bullshit to kind of just make a statement and show what this whole entire magazine will be for me. Now going into my content pages, I cut up old magazines to play into this like DIY theme. Playing with collage, I created this lady wearing a meat skirt. One of my captions says, "Feel like dry skin and wear meat." And I just feel like it really makes fun of all the outrageous things that magazines like Vogue write about. There are a lot of bigger issues at hand, and a lot of magazine culture takes you away from these serious topics and wants you to care about who's wearing what or who's dating who this year, like things like that. So I felt like creating something just like kind of stupid like this really exposes how idiotic some of these magazines can be. Now for my next page, I created this woman with a clock for a head. To me, it showcases how unreal humans are becoming in media nowadays, and then specifically in magazines. So I wanted it to look like becoming an object was an advertised medical procedure. So that's why like underneath you see survival tip is using Tylenol. So kind of stupid things like that to survive these procedures, and putting yourself through all this pain is a good thing. So another part you see is it's going to say the doctor is in, I feel like a human again. To me, this shows how damaging influencers, celebrities, and models can be because they romanticize things that are just not practical for the everyday person that are reading these things of media. Going with this, the bottom of the page, I created another like morphed celebrity collage going on of a woman that says, "I'm a woman because I conceal," which to me farther shows my point at this unreal aesthetic and kind of hiding your truth that is being promoted and pushed into the consumer's faces through media like Vogue magazine specifically. And now for my last page, I created another collage that farther promotes this idea of humans as objects and something that's unreal and these unrealistic standards that are put on us. So this one has a lot to do with changing yourself in order to fit in with the spectacle. So here you're going to see it says, "Guide to gangly limbs, chop it all off." To me, this really represents how unreal these beauty expectations and standards have become for people and just kind of like the everyday person reading these magazines. This just kind of promotes those extremes that people go to in order to fit in with this ideal and fantasized look, which I feel like most magazines really do nowadays. They choose these most like unreal models to promote things that a lot of the time are not true for them, and things that they don't even use themselves and are just not practical, but they push it because they get paid to do it, and kind of just farther fitting into that spectacle, which is just not real for the everyday human. And so this is my zine project, so thank you guys for listening.